Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I wanted to dispel a few of the YouTube myths that do tend to run around, and yeah, so let's get right into this. So, the first thing I want to go over is when, especially the younger people ask, so how old do you have to be to upload to YouTube? Well, I think you do still have to be 18 to actually create a Gmail account and YouTube account and all that kind of stuff. But actually, in reality, the sooner you start, the better. Now, yes, if you're 12, 13 years old, haven't quite hit puberty yet, especially for the guys, your voice might be a little bit high and a little bit squeaky. People might not like that at first, but you upload for 4, 5, 6 or more years, your voice will become more normal with puberty and all. And the sooner you start, the less people there's going to be on YouTube, because people try out YouTube all the time and they quit all the time, which is why things like Elgatos are very, very cheap on eBay. So yeah, I would say even if you're 12, 13 years old, give it a shot. Why not? What do you have to lose? Another thing is that you have to have this insanely powerful computer in order to edit videos and all. Now, yes, I do have a pretty powerful computer there. Now, is it as powerful as other people's like computers and all? Absolutely not. This thing over here costed me about $1,000 to build in 2016. There's people like Jay's 2 cents, for instance. His Skunkworks build, if you watch him and you're a tech guy, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It cost him about $10,000 to build. I know Barnacles, who's another tech YouTuber, has an insanely powerful computer. And yes, these guys are people that have insanely powerful computers. Jay's 2 cents started his computer out with something similar spec for that time frame to my computer. And over time, it's gotten more and more and more insane and completely overkill. Even he says that. And he said, like, it just grows with the channel at this point. But no, you do not need an insanely powerful computer to edit videos. Another thing that seems to get brought up a little bit, and this is more with like editing than like YouTube itself, but the fact that things render a lot better on a Mac than a Windows computer. And to my knowledge, that is it depends on the program. So like Final Cut Pro 10, which is Mac OS only, that, because it actually renders the timeline as you're going through and previewing it and all, that is a lot faster. Now if you go into like Premiere Pro or something, then usually a Windows computer with pretty good specs and all, because Apple's stuff is a lot more expensive to begin with, it will end up beating it. So I would start out with a cheaper Windows computer before I would start out with like a base level Mac. Another thing is that there's no space for YouTubers anymore, like to start out. And that's not true either. There are people that just fall off the face of the earth that were bigger, and there's people that are starting to make it more and more every day. So yeah, there's always room to try and start and grow and all. Don't think that YouTube is ever like completely full. Yes, there are certain aspects that are oversaturated, like the gaming part. But that's only because there's a lot of people that play video games. And there's a lot of people that start channels but they never do anything because they're like, oh, overnight I'll be like PewDiePie, which is not at all true. And they'll upload 2, maybe 3 videos, say, why am I not at 1 million subscribers yet, and quit. And then their channel's just kind of there. So, yeah, I don't think there's ever gonna be a time that YouTube's like, quote unquote, full. So, you're good to go there. You should start a YouTube channel pretty much as soon as possible. So yeah, I think those are a lot of the more common myths that I see all over the place. The most common being the how old do I have to be to upload YouTube videos? And yes, I think there should be a minimum age, but I think it should be like 10 or 11 years of age. Just because of the fact that before that, you don't entirely have the best knowledge of what's a good decision to put on the internet and what's not. But once you hit like 11, 12 years old, something like that, then you start to get into the years of knowing what's okay and what's not to put on the internet. And yes, the older you get, the more you get to know that, but overall it's 12 years old or so is usually a decent age that I would say you would be quite alright to upload YouTube videos. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.